Hi everybody, I'm Southern Hancock Community Relations Director Wes Anderson here with the Palestine High School Principal Jim Voelz, and we're recording this here as we get close to Christmas and today's costume day. And Principal Voelz, I got to say, the Clark Griswold costume.
Did I nail it?
It's a beaut, Clark.
I nailed it. Well, my family quite often calls me Clark Griswold around Christmas time, so I thought this would be the perfect Spirit Week, and today is dress like your favorite holiday character. So
there you go.
Clark Griswold it is.
So it's been a while since we've kind of done a little walk around tour here in your building, and we're standing in the new entryway. Door one's right behind the camera here in your new, we kind of call it the vestibule, and you can kind of see some of the finishing touches here in terms of colors and signs and carpet and benches, and of course it wouldn't be a Jim Voelz building without plants all over the place, which is kind of your deal, but really looks great. Everything here looks awesome, and it's nice to start to see some of these areas have some finishing touches, which we're excited to share with people today.
Yeah, we're super happy. I know they're close to completion with this area. I mean, of course, on this other side is going to be the community center and the guidance offices, but right now we have it heated. And of course, like you said, we see the plants, and we just got the new flooring, I think it was over fall break. No, it was over Thanksgiving break. And so, yeah, the vestibule is close to being done, main entrance, which we're super excited about. And getting lots and lots of comments from the community when they come in and see it. This is definitely different and quite the upgrade. Sure,
absolutely. So, I want to talk a lot about what's happened kind of in the front office here as we start to walk. And front office, for the most part, is pretty close to done. You got a lot of finishing touches. The furniture is in finally. You guys aren't sitting in folding chairs and folding tables and all that stuff. You guys have all your final furniture in, kind of starting to get your offices arranged the way they want to. The athletics office is done and moved in. A new clinic. Mrs. Goman, your nurse, is in that area now. So a lot to see here, kind of in the front part of the building, as we start to kind of check things off in this project a little bit as we move forward.
Let's take a look.
Sure, well, come on in and let's go.
Love to show you. So the first thing is just the branding and some of the signage we have. We're just super excited about, and this front area. We just feel very fortunate. And just getting the furniture last week or 2 weeks ago. Like you said, we feel really good about this area. A little different than we had before. Yeah, nice open area. Bright, that sign looks awesome. Well, the other thing is we're not going to go back there, but we do have some storage, and we have another office back here, possibly for SRO, right behind the office, which would be great for safety.
Sure.
And so there's some extra things that we didn't have in the office before. So we'll go back and I'll show you maybe a couple offices. Well, first, one of the things before we get to the any offices is the new conference room, and it's not quite. We're going to get this. We get around here and see this. The amount of comments I get on this dragon are amazing. It looks beautiful, and you definitely know that we are the home of the dragons.
Sure.
And we do have some cookies on the table here because our parents are bringing in cookies. We have like amazing parents, and so teachers tomorrow are going to bring in boxes and grab some cookies here, which is awesome. So that's
one of the things I think I'm most excited about with some of these signs that you'll see in and around, and we'll see when we go in the athletics office, is eventually these signs are going to light up. We need to get the electricians back in here to kind of get those things wired in and operational, but we'll show in the athletics office kind of a final example of what those signs are going to look like. It'll look similar to that one that you just saw around the corner. And I think that's going to be a really nice kind of pop of color, and you talked about how the importance of the branding and those things. I think this is a big part of that.
A sense of pride to our students and community when they see those type of signs and have them lit up and see our school colors and that kind of stuff. We're very excited about that. Let's head down the hallway. And so, like the most exciting thing was last week getting our furniture in. And so, like you said, we were in 8-foot white tables and folding chairs for a couple months waiting for the furniture, but it is here, and we'll just pop real quick into the our social worker, Taylor Petruska. Hi, Taylor. And you see, you can see the color of the furniture and see what we have here. She has a table to meet with students.
It's been nice.
We've got the furniture over here. Pretty much the same here on the other side. A little bit bigger office. You got the windows, but you got Summer Grinstead. She is one of our fantastic counselors. Are you happy to have furniture?
Yes, it's nice.
Now we can turn around and go the other way, or if you guys want to pop in and see my office, it's up
Well,
to
sure,
you.
we can come
Okay.
on down this
All right.
way.
Well, the one thing is, we've got some more branding down here, and we're going to get that lit up. But eventually, this is going to be the principal secretary. Right now, it's our fantastic guidance secretary, Miss Nancy Komornick. But eventually, this will be an area for, let's say, for the principal secretary and for admin. But our guidance counselors are with us right now.
Yeah, that's under categories.
Then we can just step in. So that the principal's office, I've got the 2 windows for the plants. And I really like this area. Now they did choose an office that's as far away from everybody as possible, which
Sure.
is probably smart. get the principal away from everybody. But I like this. I can see people coming in and out of door 2, and then I actually can see what's going on in the parking lot out here. So it's a really good location, good spot. All right, I'm gonna take you down to the athletic offices. We got a little bit
Go
of a
ahead,
walk
Mr.
here.
Young.
Like I said, right now we're sharing these offices. Almost every single office is taken because we're sharing the offices with our guidance department. As that, I think, I don't know if it was phase 2 or phase 3. I'm not sure if they're calling it, but it's not going to be until after even summer that they're going to get the guidance offices completed.
Well, those are going to be kind of across door 1 from the vestibule, so to
Right.
speak.
Right.
As you come in that main vestibule and you turn right to go in the main office, eventually there'll be another structure there to the left,
You go to
which will
guidance.
have kind of our community room,
Right.
which is going to be a really nice feature when that's all done.
Right.
And then we'll also have our guidance department there, so parents
Right.
can go kind of straight to the guidance office if they have a need.
Yeah.
And kind of keep your office clear of those guidance or counseling or scheduling
Right.
concerns, and kind of just keep everybody flowing appropriately when they come to our building.
This area we've been walking in is new construction. I mean, this was the grassy area out to the sidewalk. And so this has been new construction. And now we're heading in to where they have refurbished, put walls in different spots, and like we're currently in, which was my old office.
Yeah, your old office was right here.
Was right here, and this was Amy Dawson over here. And so they reconfigured it. And in a second, we'll go to the clinic and teacher workroom. But if you come down this hallway, which is super exciting, is that we have now our athletics is out of that middle area, which is going to end up being torn up. And they have really nice offices. They've got a conference room, of course. We got our athletic secretary, Summer Parsons, here, working hard as always. And then there's our fantastic athletic directors. So we're talking about, we got the new furniture in here. Oh, and our amazing associate principal. We're having, I'm sure, a great conversation here. But what are you excited about the new athletic office,
Oh, yeah.
athletic area?
It's a great new home for us. We're excited to be in new gigs here. So it's awesome. Love it.
And Jeff Wright hasn't had a door or hasn't had walls or a ceiling in what, 6 years in the area he was at. So he officially has an office.
My office. There was.
Then we're excited about areas like this that we did not have before, and that is a conference room. They're going to use this as hospitality, even as a workroom, and possibly coaches meeting with some players. And so this was 2 or 3 smaller storage rooms, offices. Took some walls out, and now we have a large conference room. So that's really exciting.
You know, one of the things we've talked a lot about, you and I, as
Go back this way.
we've done these videos, you know, things that the community said they wanted, things that the students said that they wanted, and we've
Yeah.
done our best to put a lot of those things in the plan. But
Yeah.
one of the things that your staff and your administrators said that you needed, more conference rooms, more
Yeah.
places to meet,
Yeah.
because there really were only 1 or 2
Yeah.
places in the whole building where
Right.
you could do something like that.
Right.
So a nice dedicated conference room for athletic department. You've got 2 new conference rooms. We saw the one
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah,
Those
there was another large conference room towards the back that we didn't see. Athletics has one. I know when they get done with the new classrooms and the new section, there's going to be some conference rooms there.
Sure.
So Yeah, that's very exciting. And what we're walking into is a teacher workroom that's probably, gosh, 5 or 6 times bigger than the one we had in the
Yeah.
office. And so this will be an area for kind of, we're going to have a couple of these when it's all said and done, but this is kind of our first teacher workroom. And so pretty excited about that. We'll come on out. And like I said, the exciting thing, this used to be, let's just say you would come in those front doors and that was our main entrance, just right here. And you would kind of come into 2 hallways. And now we have that vestibule and we have that large main entrance to come into, and you got to go through the office, which is good for safety. And so I think we went from one of the smallest and maybe not one of the greatest clinics in the state to maybe having one of the nicest clinics in the state. And so we're going to keep it quiet. Looks like we have a student in here laying down. So, but as you can see, we have a new clinic, and it's on the large side. It's got, if I can count the beds, like 6 to 8 beds, and the nurse has her own office area. So it's super nice. Really excited about this area.
Well, and the old clinic had what, 2 beds in it, which is
2, and they were tight.
Yeah.
And they were right together, and yeah, and it was right there, like let's say within 6 feet of my office door.
Sure.
And you'd have people waiting in line.
Yeah.
Right there. So this works out a heck of a lot better.
This meets the needs of your student body better. Honestly, a
Yeah.
clinic of 2 beds for 1,200 kids
Yeah.
is not sufficient. So
Yeah, nope, not
this
at
was
all.
one of the things that we talked about was, that clinic needed to be renovated. So this will be a nice
Right.
bigger space
Right.
should we need it at any time for Mrs. Goman.
And in this area, what's exciting is this is another area that you see it as it is now, but then several months from now, and this is probably more into the summer, is you're going to see this transform into a student, like a student center, an area that students can congregate and talk, or a teacher
Sure.
or a sponsor could say, hey, meet me down
Yep.
in the student center area, and there's going to be some soft seating, TVs, there's going to be a coffee shop. So that's exciting, but that's not here yet.
Yeah. Well, and
It's coming.
we've talked a lot about, I know you and I both get a lot of questions about, like, why are things happening the way they're happening? Why is this being done and this not being done?
Right.
Well, there's an order to things.
Yeah.
And obviously we had to get the athletics department out of here,
Right.
out of this little area here and into here, because this is going to get torn down.
Yes.
But obviously they need an office. So this has to get done. They have to be out of there. And now we can kind of start making progress on this part of,
Right.
of your student area and kind of opening this whole thing up. Eventually this whole area is going to go from that wall to that wall over here and just
Yeah,
be
it's
a
gonna be
full,
open.
nice, open
Yeah.
seating, open concept kind of deal, which will be great.
Right. Yeah, a lot of schools are size 1,200 and getting larger. When you come in the main entrance, you just do have a larger area.
Sure.
As you're going into the gymnasium or just like I said, to meet
Sure.
and that type of stuff. So, all right, do you want to go back and see the construction in the
Yeah.
back of the building?
Yeah, the interesting thing is we've done all this and we haven't actually seen any construction really going on. So, yeah, this will be kind of out where your new cafeteria is and some of those new classrooms are going to be,
Yeah.
and we can kind of give everybody an update out there.
Yep. All right, sounds good.
Okay, Mr. Voelz, so we are now in the far northeast corner of the building. 52 is kind of right behind the camera. The Palestine Academy is over here. Roughly where we're standing here is probably the old English wing, give or take.
Yep.
Probably a few feet one way or the other.
Yeah.
This is probably that northernmost end of the old English and math wing. So.
Right.
We've got a lot of new construction up here. We've got walls up. You can see we're working on some masonry behind us here. This is that new hallway over here next to the auditorium.
Yeah.
And once you kind of walk me through what's going to be here and where those things stand.
Right. Okay. Well, right here, and if you look, that second story that's going up that you can see above that brick there is going to be kind of our new English and math wing. There's going to be kind of a square up there that's going to meet up with the other second floor that we have, and so they're currently getting that done. And then this area here, which is much needed, it's going to be probably 5 times larger than the area that we have, is going to be our Project Lead the Way, our industrial technology, our robotics is going to be in this room right here.
So Mr. Post, a
Yeah.
lot of his
Yep.
engineering, construction, manufacturing,
Yep.
those trade-related kind of courses are going to move.
Programs growing. I think
yeah.
we're going to be hiring hopefully another teacher in that area. And so with that, we're going to have some space
Yep.
to just grow that program, which is great.
And nice to kind of have that dedicated area. He was in that little room off the
yeah.
aux gym down there next to the weight room.
He's
So
doing the best he could, moving from different places in our building.
Sure.
We're going to have it all in one area. So
Sure.
let's head on in. Watch your step, everybody. And so this area actually has got the ceiling. They're able to start doing some major duct work and electrical work and starting to get this room done. This is going to be our, like I said, our project Lead the Way. It's where then also there's going to be a room over there. There's going to be a robotics room. And so, you know, most likely new equipment. And so I think it's going to be, yeah, a great spot. And they're back here where there's going to be a loading dock real close if they have large materials, because I know they are building sheds and they're pouring foundations and that kind of stuff, and so they're going to be able to do that right outside the door here, or actually bring it in. So
okay. This will be a nice space for some of those. We call them CTE, career and technical education courses, which are kind of some of those, you know, what we grew up with as shop.
Yeah.
Right. It's much more than that now. But
I was in metals, woods. I think I had a photography, and but they've kind of changed some of those courses. Although we still work on some of those skills because we need people to do that.
Yeah.
Which is great. I did bring Mr. Post last week back here to see this area, and his bottom jaw dropped. His excitement and cannot wait to get back here was awesome.
Sure.
And then we're going to head in to that hallway we talked about, that we really did not have a dedicated area to get to the backstage in the auditorium. Students either have a small little dressing room that they get to, or sometimes choirs and bands actually walk through the aisle in front of the audience to get up to the stage. And so there's going to be this hallway that heads back this way to get to the back of the stage, which was much needed.
Yeah, and something that, you know, in talking to your fine arts folks and your music folks, like you said, sorely needed.
Right.
And a big addition for them in kind of how they put on their productions and concerts. That'll be a tremendous help for them.
Yeah. All right. Well, need to be careful. We're just going to get a little peek out here to see what's going on out here. Thank you. You can stop. So this spot right here that we're in is going to be the cafeteria. And so, it's they say it's going to be about twice as big as the cafeteria that we currently have. Kitchen is back behind where that visqueen is. Back behind there is the kitchen area. And where you see the large machinery over there, that was the courtyard. And that's going to be dedicated classrooms. So there's no longer be a courtyard, and that's where we're going to have some art rooms. That's where we're going to have some large group instruction rooms. And so we're going to use all of this area for cafeteria and for classrooms.
And I know a cafeteria of this size, and especially now that you're starting to see the framing go up and really get a picture of the size here, this thing is real big, which is great because it was sorely needed based on the cafeteria you have and the student body that you have. So this is going to be a huge upgrade for our students. I know we've talked a lot about giving them some various seating options in this cafeteria, some high top tables, some low top tables, some big group tables, some smaller tables if they want to sit by themselves or with a smaller group, or give them plenty of options on how they want to enjoy this space.
Yeah, plus we're also, kind of like we're doing in the main office, we're going to have the branding, and it's going to have the dragon, and it's going to have home of the dragons, that kind of stuff. Right now it's pretty much, if you call it yellow, we want something that when students come to eat or they come to relax, that they're really proud of that area, and I think they're going to be.
Sure. Anything else we need to see here today?
No, one thing is I know this weather has been amazing, and Ray, our project manager, says that it's really helping them either get above the timeline or be right on time. And also this area, not many people see this in the community because it's just back here. And they think we're kind of done because the office area And that vestibule is done. And like,
Yeah.
we're, maybe 15% done with the project. We still have lots
Yeah.
to do, and it's really exciting.
So-
and they're coming along.
Eventually, all of this is going to go to that part of the building that you see in the background back there, correct?
Yes.
And
Yes.
this is all going to be 2 stories. Now your cafeteria is going to be open to the 2nd floor.
Right.
But all of this that you see, all this sky you see will be closed in 2 floors
Yes,
with
correct.
additional new classrooms
Right.
eventually as part of
Yes.
this project.
Yep. And
So obviously still a long way to go.
when we're done and moved in, we still hope to have between 12 to 16 classrooms ready for growth, which is exciting too.
So yeah, like I said, still a long way to go here. Obviously, like you said, I think you walk in the front office, you go, hey, this project is great, and you guys did a great job. But well,
Yeah.
hang on.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of work to be done in this part of the area, cafeteria, these new classrooms, which eventually will get our teachers out of the field house into those classrooms here.
Yeah.
And then we can start to work on the field house and get that ready for basketball floors and hoops and
Yeah.
track and all the things that are going to go in that structure eventually.
Yeah. Yep. We're ready. We're excited for it.
Well, Mr. Voelz, as always, we appreciate it. Great to kind of get a status report on where things stand here, and we'll make sure to keep everybody up to date here as we move along, especially in this part of the building where you really can't see it from 52, or you don't really have a reason to come back here. We'll try to make sure to keep you guys updated regularly on our status on this. So, thank you, Mr. Voelz.
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Young, thank you for, as always, for your video work on this, and we'll see everybody real soon.